Time to wake up. It's Saturday morning. Find some milk and cereal. Grab a bowl and spoon. No, a bigger spoon. Head to the living room and take a seat on the floor while Joseph and Chris present to you Saturday Morning Cartoon!
Hello everybody, welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoon Boom! This is your wake up with the Saturday morning sun, popped all for big one serious here all the time for cartoons, both old and new. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Chris.
And this morning, we watched Kid and Play.
Kid and Play. I don't know. And this, we told everyone that that October was over, but it's not because we're gonna murder this one.
This thing was scarier than any of the shows we watched.
Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. So it's suggested to us by NJHorror on Instagram, who warned us, I think multiple times he warned us, but I think he's just a little bit of a masochist, and he was looking forward to seeing us squirm. But joke's on you, because you can't see us. You can only hear it in our voices. We're squirmed.
Successfully squirmed.
We're so squirmed.
Man. So what this taught me was that one of their names was Kid, and one of their names was Play. That's why it's Kid and Play. Much like Salt and Peppa.
Yeah, and they showed up, too, in one episode.
They did, yeah, and that's good, because that's the only comparison I have.
I didn't realize there was 3 people on Salt and Peppa.
What?
I thought there was 2.
Oh,
so
yeah.
What's the third one?
Oh, yeah, who was it? Well, I wonder if that was their manager or something.
I don't know. Because if there's Salt and then Peppa, then, like, what's... I guess one of them's the N or and or whatever they use in between. So there's Salt and Peppa.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Or
that's where it is.
What if she's like just another assorted seasoning?
Paprika?
Yeah, salt, pepper, and paprika. But it didn't have the same ring to it, so she's just like the drummer.
Yeah. Yeah, drummers never get the recognition they deserve.
Paprika. So the show Kid and Play aired in, luckily, only 1990, created by John Semper Jr. and Cynthia... Okay, it's spelled like Friedlob. So Friedlob, I guess. Friedlob. Based on, of course, the band Kid and Play with Christopher Reed as Kid and Christopher Martin as Play.
Yeah. Yeah. They did a lot of movies together, and I didn't realize. I mean, I recognize these two, but I didn't know why. But they did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was
that
like
I didn't know about.
The whole House Party franchise, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It was produced by Marvel Productions and Saban International. Ran for one season.
Marvel.
I know. God. Ran for one season, 13 episodes on NBC. Kid and Play is, and this is the synopsis I got, because there is so little information on it that even IMDb didn't have a synopsis. So this is pulled kind of from Wikipedia. Kid and Play is an animated cartoon series based on the real-life hip-hop duo Kid and Play. It ran for one season on NBC from September 1990 to December 1990. And on the show, Kid and Play were portrayed as teenagers, but their recording careers remained the same as in real life, as did their character traits.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add to that.
So I guess just something to point out ahead of it is that there were the wraparound segments where it actually had the real Kid and Play there, and but they were not the voice actors were not the same for their kid self. So go ahead and tell us who the voice actors were.
Okay, well, like you said, Kid in real life, Christopher Reed was there as well as Play in real life, Christopher Martin. But the cartoon folks. The cartoon version of Kid was voiced by Christopher Carter because everybody is named Christopher. Did you know that?
I did.
Christopher Reed, Christopher Martin, Christopher Carter, me. If I wanted to go by Christopher, but that's like I don't like that full name. It makes me sound pompous, and I don't want to be pompous.
I'll just start calling you
Chris.
I'm going to start calling you Paprika.
Oh, maybe I could go with Topher. That makes it even worse.
Oh my God, yeah.
Call me Topher. And then, so the cartoon version of Play, voiced by Brian Stokes Mitchell. The voice of Jazzy and Acorn was provided by Tommy Davidson. The voices of Wiz and Herbie provided by Martin Lawrence. That Martin Lawrence, the one that you're thinking of.
Yeah.
You know? Interesting, right? Mm-hmm. Voice of Leela was Dawn Lewis. The voice of BB was Rain Pryor, who is just fun tidbit, the daughter of Richard Pryor. And then finally, the voices of Marika and Downtown. Yes, there's a character named Downtown. Was provided by Cree Summer. And if you didn't pick up on that, like, you guys don't pay attention, because this is as Cree Summer a voice as you can get with both of these two.
You could totally hear it. So there weren't really any marshmallows for this show because, like I said, the facts on this were really bare bones and kind of nothing. So I'm going to give you more information on Kid and Play in general because I found them kind of interesting. So what I didn't know, and I guess it's because I've never really, I'm sure I've heard some of their songs before, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what they were, is that their
back
lyrics...
to basics, Joseph. Get back to basics.
They were focused on positive lyrics, which I didn't know. Like,
that's nice.
Which you didn't hear a lot of. And I mean, maybe more so in hip hop than rap, but in this case, like, I didn't know that that was primarily what they were pushing for.
Wait, like, when you say positive lyrics, do you mean like respect your mom, watch behind your ears, like things like that? Or do you mean like
probably like make sure to brush your teeth every night 3 times a day?
Wait, 3 times? Oh crap!
At least twice.
I've already failed. Yeah. I'm sorry, Kid and Play.
Their hit songs were 1989's "Rollin' with Kid and Play," which was number 11 on the Billboard R&B Singles Chart. 1990's "Funhouse," which was number 1 on the Billboard Rap Singles Chart, and "Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody," which was another number 1 rap hit. So I don't know any of those songs, but apparently those were the most popular ones.
I mean, that wasn't really the things that we were listening to back when we were, 5.
If anything, yeah. The group's stage show highlighted their teen-friendly personalities and dances, such as their trademark, the kick step, which, again, couldn't tell you what that is.
I think there's kicking involved, if I remember.
And Kid's, this is the one thing I did know, Kid's visual trademark was his high-top fade haircut, which stood 10 inches high at its peak. So this thing was like a really tall flat top. And if you
I still think that's cool.
It is cool.
And I don't mean ironically either. I think it's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, like that's what really made him stand out to me. Like I recognized his face, but then that high top like really made me like, oh, I know who this is. Like, because if you would have asked me before who Kid and Play were, I wouldn't have been able to tell you just based off the name. Nope. But just seeing him, I was like, oh yeah. But then Play, the other one, he didn't really stand out to me at all.
He could have been anyone.
I know.
Yeah.
I could have seen him and been like, well, there's a guy, just another human being.
You could have been Play, and I wouldn't have known the difference.
I could have, and maybe I am.
Maybe I'm Play. I don't even know.
We'll discuss.
I'm so unfamiliar with it.
Your name is Chris also, so it could be.
I know. I might be Play. I'm not sure what's happening.
So Play, also known as Chris Yu, he regularly wore 8-ball jackets, apparently. Didn't know that.
Oh, that's a thing?
That's a thing.
I didn't see him even wear one when we were watching. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I had, though. I mean, cool. Really not much. Nothing about the cartoon that stood out, except for the fact that the music was way too loud. And I'm not talking about like, oh, let's turn it down because it's so loud. I'm talking about like you can't even hear the dialogue. It's so loud. Like the music overpowers the dialogue, and it's going constantly. It's not like just like a musical score here and there. It's like even the background music is so loud that the characters have to be shouting.
It was mixed horribly. Whoever did the final mix down for the audio on this cartoon, they failed. They failed big time, and they were probably a good, I mean, among other things, they're probably a good, a significant portion of why this cartoon did not make it, like it failed. Because you can't even hear the freaking characters, man. It's bad.
I don't understand how this even got released this way. And also, like, the production was just so bad sometimes. Like, in the wraparound segments, at least in the first one, you can see the boom mic just over their heads.
Oh, I want to say, too, like, just to add on to how little information we can find about this thing. Like, nobody knew how many episodes there were. Like, there was 3 different places that had the amount of episodes listed differently. And like IMDb doesn't even have the full amount listed. So it's weird.
Yeah, the only place that really had them, I think, is Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, I think.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. But I didn't even
our
know
other
that.
sources, yeah, like our other sources, IMDb and TV.com, which are the two we usually use, and they don't have the right info on this thing. It's weird.
Yeah, so the episodes we watched for today's show normally would be the very first episode, highly rated episode, and a random listener chosen episode. In this case, we had the first episode, yes, because that one's indisputable. Then we had the listener chosen episode because we got it from them. But then the last one, we were like, well, there's no ratings because like there's nothing in IMDb.
No one's ever seen this. No one's ever, no one has watched this before. We're the first, so no one rated it.
And I hope the last, like if you're listening to us, the last, because man, the only reason I would say to watch this is to hear what we're talking about when we say the music is so loud that you can't hear the dialogue, just to know.
Oh, yeah.
Because man, that just really took away from it. And honestly, like, normally I'll read the episode name and then I'll read a description of it. There weren't even episode descriptions. Like no one cared enough to either rate it or put in a synopsis of the episodes. Even on Wikipedia, all it said was like, here's the list of episodes. And it had the title, the date, that's it. No description, nothing. So it's such a mystery. So we unraveled it for you, and you're welcome.
Who's the guy that like we keep finding him writing the IMDb descriptions? It's like almost every other episode, our IMDb description is always written by that one guy. Like he didn't even bother to do this one, and that's all he does.
Kenneth Chisholm.
Even Kenneth didn't write a description for this.
Even Kenneth didn't have the time to write this. So that just goes to show you how little attention this got.
Come back to us, Kenneth. We need you.
Here's the sad part, though. Like, I feel like this show it could have really had a chance to stand out had you been able to hear it. And that's the weirdest thing for me to say, that's the biggest criticism I have. But it's such a big deal. And if you ever watch an episode of this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but don't do it. It's not worth it.
No, don't. But the first episode we watched for today's show was Play's Place, season 1, episode 1. And in this one, well, we're going to talk about it because I don't have a description, like I said.
And this one, Kid and Play are there.
Yeah, Kid and Play have a random occurrence and things happen, and we learn a lesson from it.
So I got to tell you, like, usually the wraparound parts, the live action stuff, there's usually some kind of relation to the episode, but I got to tell you, most of the time I can't tell what that is.
Okay, I'll tell you what the relation was.
Okay,
they were talking about like opening a store or something in this abandoned warehouse or whatever, and then a kid tossed it to Play. He was like, it's like that yo-yo idea you had. And then he's like, man, are you going to hold that against me for the rest of my life? And then it played here's the part that made me like kind of laugh, but then it kind of got bothersome, was right after he says that, it does that thing where it's almost like a womp womp, but it's like it played out for so long. There was like 30 seconds of his like wah wah, and it just kept doing that, and he stared at the screen. No, he turned around and looked at the camera, and
it got real awkward.
And that's when the boom mic was up there like moving around. And I was like, man, this is the opening. The show hasn't even started yet, and this is the opening. Yeah. And so that just goes to show like what you're getting yourself into.
You can hear someone like in the crew in the background. It's like, lunch is here.
Yeah.
It's that level of quality we're working with here.
Basically, yeah.
But yeah, like right off the bat, like any dialogue in the cartoon you can't hear because of the music and stuff. And I'm not entirely sure what's happening other than like they have a van, they have a friend that drives it, and I think that's Herbie.
No, that's Jazzy.
Jazzy. God, I can't. Here's my other problem. There are so many characters in this show that have like the exact same personality and like mannerisms. The only difference, I swear to God, is like their voices. And there's even a couple of them where their voices are very similar. So I have no idea who is who through most of this show.
Let me tell you something interesting is that,
tell me that.
Jazzy was the driver. And then you have the guy with the glasses. Oh, okay. Wiz was the guy with the glasses. Yeah. So Wiz is the DJ. Jazzy is, I don't know, he drives. And then the one with the most, and then there's Marika, who is this girl who Play has a crush on.
Play's got a big crush on. Yeah.
And then you've got Play's sister, whose name I can't remember.
Is that BB?
No, BB was the girl who was a member of the Mean Machine, who were the adversaries of Kid and Play.
Then is it Leela?
It had to be Leela, yeah.
It's got to be Leela.
In the Mean Machine, there's Pitbull, BB, and Acorn. They were kind of funny just because they were so dumb. But let me tell you,
I only like Pitbull.
What I wanted to point out was that all of these have really like names that are in some way nicknames or applied to whatever they're doing. But they have a dog also who has glasses and a mohawk, but his name is Harry. So their dog has the most normal name of all.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But that dog's cool. It's got a mohawk and it does things. It knows how to use at the time, a like tape recorder and a video camera and things like that. Like that, it's a cool dog. He knows what's up.
Yeah, Harry's all right. Harry's all right.
When we get introduced to, I guess it's Wiz, he's doing like air turntables, instead of like air guitar.
Yeah.
It just looks like he's having a seizure, standing up. And it does not get any better than that. He just looks like it the whole time.
He just keeps doing the thing where he's like, and he just keeps doing that over and over again. And then he makes like electricity out of his fingers, and he kind of transports them into like, you just got to feel the music, man. You just got to feel the music.
His voice is really weird too.
Oh, it creeped me out. That I knew was Tommy Davidson from the start because I remember him from In Living Color, and I knew that voice.
Okay, that makes some more sense.
But yeah, it's just that high pitched, like really nasally voice. But man, it sounded weird.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this character. He dressed funny. I liked how he dressed. That was about it.
They told everybody, just to get to the core of this a little bit, that they were going to be playing at this place called Yo-Yo's, this club, and they were handing out flyers to try to pretend that they were playing there so that Play could impress Marika. And like no one else really knew. Everyone, even the band, thought that they had this gig, but eventually Play had to come through and tell them the truth. And then it turned into like, well, now what are we going to do that we don't have this actual gig? And we already promised Marika and Leela. What was her name? Leela.
And also Downtown.
Oh, right. I can't forget about Downtown. And
Downtown.
Promised all of them that they could be backup dancers for the gig. So now the stakes are even higher. And actually, one character I did like was Old Blue, who was just this...
Blue's cool.
Yeah, he was this old man just playing his saxophone.
It's an old sax man.
Yeah, playing his saxophone on the side of the road, or I guess in front of his apartment or something. I don't know. But he's a sage. Like he's just giving like this good advice that always rhymes, and I appreciated that about it. And it was actually good advice too.
Yeah, he was giving them advice, and he tells them about this this older club that is no longer being used, but that's because it's being condemned. And then Play gets this idea of like, oh, we'll just fix that up and have our show there. And then they do that and call it Play's Place. And they get everyone to come in. And this is what I think is actually kind of funny in an ironic kind of way. Is that like they get everyone in there, the Mean Machine sees that they've got all these people in there, and of course they're jealous because they're like, oh, how'd they get their own club? And they see a sign that basically says the building was condemned, and they're like, oh, we got a plan, and they call the fire department and stuff like that. And I was like, what's funny though is they're the bad guys, but they're the ones doing the right thing because everyone's in danger. So they're calling the fire department and essentially saving everyone's lives.
Yeah, that's really what happens. And what's even weirder is that the fire department comes while this building is collapsing, and there's no fire that I saw going on, but they just like spray the collapsing building with water. And
they're just spraying the kids as they run out like, gotcha. Oh, it's so good. I have a question here, and I'm almost afraid to know the answer, but how do you think Downtown got her nickname?
Man, I don't even know if that's appropriate for a kid's show.
I just wanted to ask. You got to appreciate the clothing everyone's got, though, at least, Yeah. Like, you can't get more 90s than that.
No, it was definitely 90s attire.
Yeah, yellow shirts and suspenders.
The animation was not great, though. Like, when it was still images, it was fine. But anytime, like, movement started, or especially dancing, it got so bad. It was like the dance would be like maybe 2 or 3 frames, and it would just repeat those over and over again. And it's like so janky and weird.
It's a few times too where like people started getting the walleye thing, where like all of a sudden one of their eyes is kind of facing a little bit too far to the other side.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what? Are they having a stroke? Like, what's happening with them right now? Is this canon?
But the hard lesson here was you should always tell the truth, basically, is the core of it.
Yeah, don't lie.
Especially
don't fix up buildings.
Don't fix up abandoned buildings that are liable to collapse, especially if you play very loud music that's just going to rumble it even further and almost kill a bunch of people. Why they didn't get in more trouble than they did, I don't know.
And that's why, as a rule, I never enter a building that somebody else is inside of.
That's a good rule. No one, just period. If anyone's anywhere, stay out.
Keeps me safe.
That's the lesson. It pays to tell the truth. I think that's actually how it ended with the live action portion too, with the boom mic still hanging out.
I think you're right. I don't, but like, who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So the next episode we watched for today's show was There's No Business Like Dough Business, season 1, episode 4. This is one that was chosen by NJHorror, who I guess just wanted to torture us even more. Like this one.
Yeah. He also thinks we say the word horror strange.
Yeah, because he says it. How did he say like horror? No one says that. No one says it like that. I still feel like he's lying to us.
Horror. I don't know how you do it, man. Like, let us know how you pronounce. I can't do it.
He said HARRER. Horror. It's a horror movie.
NJHorror
movie.
Like Harvey, but horror.
Oh, I don't know.
I have trouble saying the word too, but not for those reasons, but because I'm stupid. I got to tell you one thing. This episode immediately made me want to vomit because of the pizza noise eating sound effects that they got going on.
That scene that he kept repeating in the live action portion where it's like,
oh, it's so gross. The lip smacking, the loud chewing made me want to barf.
So I guess Kid's the more responsible of the two. This we learned pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And so much so that he doesn't even want to eat pizza when it's practice time. So, but everybody else is like super into this pizza. Kid calls them pizza freaks and says he doesn't have time for them and whatever. And then it starts the episode where Mean Machine, well, we should say that one of them, Pitbull, he has like an indiscernible voice. Like his voice is, if you think back to Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, his voice is basically like Crunch, where it's just like
I like to think of him as like an urban boomhauer.
Yeah.
Like from King of the Hill.
I could see that. Yeah.
You know, he's just.
It's like, but it's funny because like no one can understand him except for the other kids in the Mean Machine.
What they do is they see whose van is it again? God,
Jazzy's.
Jazzy. They see Jazzy's van, and that van is technically Jazzy's, but everyone uses that. All of the main characters. And they're just like, let's push it into this tow zone. And they do that.
No, not push it. They lift it. Like,
oh, yeah, I forgot. Pitbull and BB are super strong and lift up this van and physically move it to a spot where it gets towed. And then the others, once they find out, don't have enough money to bail it out. They are going to have to get part-time jobs to get the van back. And it just so happens Kid and Play walk by a pizza parlor as someone is getting fired. So this guy just hires them right on the spot. And it's a weird one. It is a soul food pizza place. So it's got like there's like a barbecue cheese and rib pizza, and maybe there's like a collard greens pizza, I think there was, and like all kinds of different things.
I guess in 1990, like weird pizza shops were just a staple for cartoons because that's almost the exact same thing as in Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, like everyone, it's just weird pizzas. I mean, Ninja Turtles is the same way.
Yeah.
Like strange pizza was the thing to do back then.
Strange pizza. Oh,
dude, that could totally be like... yeah, I'm using that for something. We got it. I can't even say it and have us cut it because the man's always listening. The man outside my house, I mean.
Yeah, that man. The man who's right beside you in your room.
He left food on our back porch the other day. It was weird. It was half of an egg sandwich.
You've also got in this episode a pizza wrap, which I didn't like. That was...
Well, I'm glad you're honest.
Yeah. Okay, so Frank goes to drop some money off or something, or goes to the bank, and he's like, I'll be gone like a couple hours or something. It's like, what are you doing at the bank? It's going to take you a couple hours, but whatever. And so he leaves them to cook pizza, and I think like leaves them in charge of the grand opening of this pizza place. And it's like, this is really bad ownership decision here. In this time, they're playing this pizza they're playing this pizza rap against this montage of them cooking pizza. His character is one who always comes up with like, I guess, get rich quick schemes. Yeah. And so for some reason, his scheme is all you can eat for $3. I don't know why that's a scheme. That seems really bad. I don't know what his plan was here. But then immediately,
I think the idea was that play's not very bright.
Yeah, that comes through in this episode. But converse to that, Kid is like a super genius, apparently, especially when it comes to the next episode. We'll get there. These football players come in and just immediately want some pizza. They're just like, pizza, or I'm hungry, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And they order like a ton of pizzas.
I think they ordered 12. But then someone else later orders like 62.
Yeah, that's a Pitbull from the Mean Machine comes in.
Pitbull orders
60 pizzas.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah. Then for some reason, so they have to clean up or whatever. Play quits because he's going to go focus on the band, and Kid, I guess, is going to be the one making the money.
Yeah, Kid got promoted, and that's
right,
what prompted Play to quit. Because he got all mad.
And then that night, Acorn sneaks in to mess things up for Kid and Play, or I guess just Kid at this point, and has some kind of like hyper growth dough or something. I have no idea what his plan actually was, but
you don't have that lying around at your house?
When he puts it in, it's just like it starts expanding like crazy and like taking over the whole building and just pushing out of it.
It's DiGiorno.
But if that wasn't weird enough, the way that they defeat this pizza dough is by wrapping it away. Like they
did wrap away that dough.
They wrapped the dough out of existence, and that is exactly what they said they were going to do.
They were about to go on and perform when they get the call from Frank, and Kid's like, oh, we gotta go, we gotta help him, and Play's all mad about it. But then one of the girls talks to him, is just like, hey, he's your best friend, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll go. and then they go, and they're like, there's only one way to stop this dough. And then they start rapping.
Yeah, we got to wrap it away.
And then the Mean Machine, while they were trying to watch the mayhem, I guess, had parked in a no parking zone, and then they got towed.
The lesson here is don't
park cars.
Don't lift cars and carry them to no parking zones, because then the same's going to happen to you.
It always comes around.
Yeah.
I learned that a long time ago. My grandfather sat me on his knee and told me those exact words.
After your history of car lifting.
But then it goes back to real life, and it shows like Play's all fat from eating so much pizza, and he can't move, and he just keeps like burping and going, oh. And then someone else shows up with pizza, and then Kid's like, oh, cool, and starts eating it. I don't understand any of this show, man.
No, if it sounds like we're just randomly saying things, it's because this show is just randomly spitting things out at us. And the audio never got better. Like, if anything, It stayed exactly the same or got worse.
Yeah, and I was thinking after the first episode, I'm like, I bet that was a fluke. Nope, it persisted.
And I had texted you like immediately after I started watching it. I was like, dude, is it really hard to hear the dialogue, or is it just my TV or something? Because it seemed impossible. Yeah. This was the way that the show was actually released.
Nope, that's what they did.
The third episode we watched for today's show, and what we thought was the last episode, but ended up being just one, like almost a third of the way through. No, it was about halfway through. It was wrapped around his little finger, season 1, episode 6. And yeah, we chose it just because we thought it was the last one, but unfortunately it was not.
We were hoping it was the last one.
This is the one, though, where Salt and Peppa did come in, and they were playing a joke on them that they were kind of taking over their spot in this show.
I didn't understand that at all, but that's what happened.
One thing I did like was as the cartoon part opened and they were having this party downstairs in the basement, they were like pretending, or they told Play's mom they were studying down there, and so his sister, instead of partying with them, tried to tell their mom. And when the mom comes in, like they're like, Play's like, places everybody. and they do this whole like switcheroo thing where the DJ table like reverses and turns into a normal table, and everybody just sits down and like opens their books, and then it plays it out like, oh, we've been studying this whole time, mother.
Yeah, he was like, were we studying too loud for you? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, but like, yeah, like Play's kind of a jerk to his mom. Like he definitely takes advantage of her kindness and naivety, is that the word?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's not appreciative of his mother, but then we learn that Kid has lost his mom somewhere along the way.
Yeah, dude, that was kind of like, oh dang, like ow.
That was kind of heavy. Yeah,
I wasn't really expecting that. He's like, man, I wish I had a mom. And I was like, oh.
But we just get to see Kid doing the opposite of what Play is doing, because Kid's staying over at Play's house.
Well, because Kid's Aunt Mildred shows up.
Oh, yeah.
And keeps trying to cut his hair, and then he's like, nope, and goes to Play's house, and he's
actually,
like, hey,
they run into each other because Play is like, there's this science project that he had known about all semester, or he didn't know about, but he had been told about at the beginning of the semester, I guess, and it's coming towards the end, and he hasn't done anything to it, so he's got to complete that. So he's going to Kid to get that completed, while Kid's coming to him to find a place to stay. So they have a mutual agreement that he can stay if he helps him with the science project.
Yeah, it becomes one of those like, dude, where's my car moments? Like, dude, sweet, dude, sweet. Like just a back and forth of I need this, you need, I don't know. Hi.
Yeah. This is where we see Kid's genius at play. So he's coming up with some like crazy experiment that absorbs sound, or it's like it makes music into an image that he's projecting into the sky.
It digitizes rap music and can display it either on the TV or as laser lights in the sky.
Yeah. And for a kid, pretty genius.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of genius regardless.
Well, it's still genius to me for sure, because I have no idea how he did it or how you would do that.
Yeah. Me either.
But yeah, so this is where like Kid sees Play taking advantage of his mother, and so Kid is just being exactly the opposite and playing like the good son, helping her do everything, like helping her with chores, helping her with the yard work, and Play's just like discouraging him from doing that. He's like, stop helping her. Like basically, like, you're gonna set an example that I'm not gonna want to live up to. So stop helping my mom.
I think Kid even like starts rapping about helping Play's mom. You know,
I think so.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there was a "Wish I Had a Mom" rap. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, that's just sad. Wonder how many raps like that there are out there.
There's some more like heavy stuff to it, because like on the opposite side of that, Kid's dad is starting to doubt himself as a father, because he's like, you know, why. Because he passes by and sees Kid like painting the house or something, painting Play's house. And he's like, man, he never does stuff like that over here. Like maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. Maybe I need to be nicer to him.
Maybe I'm a terrible father.
Yeah, basically.
I felt kind of bad for the guy, honestly. I was like, dang. Then while Kid and Play are both on the roof trying to set up that machine, they have a little bit of an argument over Kid helping Play's mom so much. They get in a little bit of a scuffle. Things happen, like Play almost falls off the roof. Kid catches him and pulls him back up, but then like later he gets hit with like a ball and he falls off again or something like that. I don't know. It's dumb.
Moral of the story: don't underappreciate your parents, I guess.
Yeah, like your mom. Well, I was gonna say, Play ends up finishing the machine without Kid, but it blows up his entire house and makes him homeless.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's true.
I don't know where his mom and sister are staying, but he's avoiding his mom.
Oh yeah, because he
goes
in
and moves in. Yeah, he goes and moves in with Kid. And Kid's dad's just really happy to have him home, and it's like, son, you can do whatever you want. I'm just glad you're here.
Yeah,
you know?
Let me go get you some sodas and stuff. And
let me get you some soda and cocaine, and we'll have a grand old time. Some Doritos 3D and some Mountain Dew and Surge.
And so then, I mean, that's kind of the moral, not the moral, but like the title of the thing, wrapped around his little finger, like that's basically like having their parents wrapped on their little finger. And it's like, it's almost like a lesson wasn't learned here because now kid's dad is playing the role that plays mom.
They're just gonna
was.
take advantage of him now.
Yeah, kind of. Like I wish that it had done it where kid appreciated his dad and it was like, no, you don't have to do all that. And then I would have been like, oh, that's nice. But instead it's just like, all right, well now I can take advantage of my dad. So it's
exactly
not a great lesson. The end of it, the wraparound is just Salt and Pepper telling them that they were just messing with them and that they wanted them to come on stage with them anyway. And that was it.
Lesson learned.
Yep. Valuable lessons all around.
Lesson learned. If someone tells you not to get on stage, they actually mean get on stage.
So you do it.
Yeah, just remember that.
Well, Chris, it looks like it's about time we try to get the attention of our inner kids by shouting at them over absurdly loud background music and see what they thought of the show Kid and Play.
Wow, this cartoon was so bad because you couldn't even hear anything over the stupid music. And most of the time, I didn't even know what was going on or who the people were. All I know is there's a dog with a mohawk, and that's something that I can respect. So I gave this 1 bowl of soul food cereal out of 5.
Personally, I have very mixed feelings about this cartoon. I see what they were going for, trying to teach life lessons to kids in a fun way, but the production value is so poor that it really distracts you from anything useful you might learn. The characters of Kid and Play were fleshed out enough, but every support character is literally just that, a support character, and never really felt like they added much. I did like Old Blue, but his parts were so few and far between that he never really got a chance to shine. Overall, I'd give Kid and Play 2 big bowls of Pizza Freak cereal out of 5, and I think there was potential there, but unless you were ready to put some real work into trying to hear the dialogue, it's not really worth watching. Here's a thought, since they were in their 20s and not at all kids when they made their band, maybe we can follow that same logic and make our band called Adultin' work. We'll appeal to grown-ups with our dry, somber tunes that reinforce responsibility and faith in the government. Oh, and bills. Our first single will be about paying them on time to keep your credit in the excellent 800+ range.
You know what's sad is like when you do get excited because you check your credit score and it says 800.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
It is sad because it's like, what does that mean? It's just like you see it and then you're immediately sad again because you're an adult and you have responsibilities.
Yeah, you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I got an excellent credit score. But then you're also like, oh man, that means I have credit and like I probably owe money.
Yeah, I owe somebody something.
My life isn't my own.
All that said though, I think we both have 800+ credit, so good for us.
We do. We're awesome. Look at us. Well, I mean, you guys can't look at us, but listen to us.
Listen to us.
So do you have any final thoughts about Kid and Play?
I guess what I was able to hear over the music, I thought there was some good information there and some lessons that could have had impact, kind of. But in the 3rd episode, no, definitely not. It's like I kind of saw what they were going for, and they had some heavy situations there with, kid not having his mom around, and then the dad doubting his parental skills, but then they just kind of ruin it with the stuff that was happening in between all that. So I think there were situations that they could have made into a more valuable show, but as I said, the production value is just so bad that it really takes away from it. And if you're going to watch it, please just watch it to see what we're talking about for like 5 minutes, and you'll know exactly what we mean, but don't suffer through it like we did. Please.
Yeah, definitely don't. Like, I cannot recommend watching this, and I definitely won't be watching any more of it. And it is a shame, like you said, because there's the grounds for some good stuff. And like any Saturday morning cartoon in the 90s, there are some positive messages in there that I think are important. However, those messages, I think, became distorted with like the real life portions that kind of wrap around it, because it kind of, I don't know, it made it seem trivial, like here's the lesson, but we're kind of making fun of it. It's kind of dumb, or like it just, they don't wrap things together very well at all. Like in the case of like the 3rd episode had nothing to do with anything. The 2nd episode, this straight from the message of working hard and also valuing your friends over, other things, to making jokes about pizza, where they could have really wrapped it up and gone home with it. So it's just like the grounds are there. They just obviously, like, this production studio had no idea what they were doing. And that is very reflective in the audio, making the show almost unwatchable, just because of the carelessness that went into the production. So it is a real shame.
Now, that's one of the first shows I think I can honestly say that about. Like, most shows that we don't like, they're just unwatchable because they're bad shows. But this one, I would say 75% of it was the production value being so bad that it wouldn't let you watch it. Like, I couldn't appreciate it even if I wanted to.
Because you're struggling the whole time to hear it. It's like when you're trying to listen to like our podcast, but your mom is yelling from the other room that you haven't done dishes ever in your entire life. And it's really hard to hear the podcast with all this chattering going on outside of it. It just gets frustrating. So.
All that racket from mom.
Yeah, all that clucking she's doing.
But if you're going to learn anything from this, appreciate your parents.
Yeah, that's right. Appreciate your parents unless they want you to do chores.
Unless they want you to do chores and then...
hide in the closet.
Hide in the closet. That's
too.
a good one. So NJHorror, I guess thank you. I mean, I feel like you do this to torture us, to hurt our feelings.
He did give us Mighty Max earlier, though. Like he was the one that suggested that. So I thank him for that, and I curse you for this.
Well, now it's kind of like balancing out. Now it's like I feel very neutral towards you because
it's very yin and yang. You say.
Because you started way up here. And then you really brought yourself down. You should have done the other direction where you started real low and then brought yourself up. And then I would have had more faith in you. Now I'm afraid of you. Now I fear you.
Yeah, now we know what you're capable of, and we don't like it.
You and your horror with an A in it.
Horror.
Tell us how to say it. Well, listeners, it looks like our milk supply is now dry, so it's time for us to say goodbye. Next week, we'll be watching
Young Justice, submitted via Reddit by Circo Smith and Twitter by @MrWarner53.
Oh, a double suggestion.
So people really want us to watch this one. Really want us to watch it.
Is this on top of the charts now since this was on the bottom?
This is the top of the charts. Yes, it is at the top.
Okay, good.
So we started at the bottom, like we said last week, and now we're finally here. We're finally back to the top of the charts.
But we will hit rock bottom once again.
We will hit rock bottom very soon.
Next month,
because we
probably.
always do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to do Young Justice because I have never seen this, and I've heard nothing but good stuff.
I've watched a couple episodes of it. Really good so far, but I'm excited to actually watch it for this and talk about it.
Yeah, man, I'm very excited.
Once again, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Paprika.
And we'll see you next Saturday.
Presented by Nerdsloth,
a place for lazy nerds.
If you like what you heard, consider donating at patreon.com/nerdsloth so we can continue bringing you quality shows. Be sure to also leave us a review and share your favorite episodes and clips on social media. If you're looking for more content, visit us at nerdsloth.com.